Chapter 4 The Wonderful Telescope. The wrappings were soon off, and the Secret Seven crowded around as Jack put the telescope together and showed them how the long tube could be stretched out even longer. You have no idea how far the telescope's eye can see, he said. When I looked through it this morning before I came, I could see the scarecrow in the field half a mile from our house, and what is more, I could see a sparrow or some bird sitting on his hat. Do let's have a look through it, said Janet, excited. Let's take it outside into the garden and train it on something far away. So they tried it out into the garden and set it on its little stand and brought top of the low garden wall. Jack was very clever at adjusting the lenses so that it focused properly and made everything as clear as could be. Now, let's. That's exactly right, said Jack, looking through the telescope. I've trained it on that little cottage over the slope there. Before you look through the telescope, tell me what you can see with your bare eyes. Well, the cottage, of course, said Pam, and something in the garden. I can't see what. And somebody on the path. That's about all, said Barbara. Right. Well, look through the telescope and you'll see a whole lot more, said Jack. You first, Peter. You are our leader. So, Peter looked through the long telescope and immediately gave a loud cry. Jack! It's marvelous! I can see Mistress Haddon as if she was just over our wall, and I can even see the jug she's carrying. And that's a pram in the garden, and I can see the baby's teddy bear sitting up at the end of it. And let me have a turn, said Janet, itching to have a look. Goodness, I can see something sticking out of the chimney. It must be a chimney sweeping brush. Yes, it is. And there's a cat sitting just inside the window. Oh, Jack, it's as if I've magic eyes and that can see for miles. Oh, aren't you lucky to have a telescope like this? What fun we will have. Jack was very pleased at the excitement of the telescope course as he one after the Secret Seven peered through it. We can have great fun with it, he said proudly. We can watch the birds and see everything they do. We can examine every plane that comes overhead. We can. Children, whatever are you doing? Standing still out in the cold for so long, suddenly cried a voice. You'll get colds, all of you. What what's that you've got? It's a telescope, mother, called Janet. It belongs to Jack. He's sharing with us. How lovely! But do you know how late it's getting? She called her mother. Well, we will put the telescope away now. And Jack, I'm supposed to get home to an early lunch. Come on, help me with it, Colin. Soon the telescope was safely in the shed, wrapped up carefully. It's very good for you to share with us, said Peter, and to say we can all use it whenever we like, but I think we did better say that I or Janet must be told when anyone comes to borrow it. We will be responsible for it. See, it is understood, everyone? Oh, yes. We will come and tell you when we want to look through it, said George, and the others agreed. But suppose you are out, we did better know where the key of the shed is to be kept, Peter? Oh, of course. Let's think how somewhere fairly easy to get, but yet well hidden. What about under this flat stone here, just by the shed? Scamper, you are the only one not allowed to touch the stone or the key. Understand? Wow, said Scamper solemnly and wagged his tail. He watched while Peter carefully slid the key under the stone. I will have to tell Susie where it is, said Jack in rather a small voice. I know. Promise we promised that, said Peter. She will have to go into our shed, but we will be careful not to leave any secrets about. Tell her where the key is and say she must put it back under the stone if she ever uses it. Right, said Jack. Uh, what about a new password, Peter? Susie knows our last one. Goodness, yes, I forgot that, said Peter. Well, I think it's quite obvious what we will have. The next password members is telescope. And then off all went, and Peter and Janet carried everything carefully back to the house. Scamper followed them, wagging his tail. Wuff, wuff, he said, and Peter laughed. No, that's our old password. Scamper, you will have to remember the new one. Thank you for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you haven't seen the previous videos, check it out. Till then, bye.